You can call the triad: military power, economic power, and power of information. In some countries, media is called like force power. If one country misses something, legal power or executive power, the country cannot survive.
Jangan sampai
Jangan sampai bobol
bobol
boss.
boss.
Bobol. Sovereign decision and national decision of Indonesia about food security, energy security, and any other social and economic issues. We respect this decision, and from our side, we are ready to cooperate with Indonesia to ensure security and development of your country in the field of energy. Today I mentioned about nuclear power, oil and gas. So regarding the food, we can cooperate, I believe, because in this case we are to help each other. Because, for example, Russia produces a lot of grain, like wheat, and we are ready to export a lot of wheat to Indonesia. And we are ready to import from Indonesia some tropical goods like coffee, tea, palm oil, which is still it's one of the most important commodities that Indonesia export to my country. So in this case we can support each other. I believe education. Every year several hundred scholarships.
A scholarship,
This
okay.
year 300.
Okay.
And this is a quote is already full, but I expect to maybe to have possibility to bring more Indonesian students in coming year. A lot of Russian universities are open for Indonesians, and we are trying to promote such cooperation. As I mentioned today, several Russian universities in January and February has come to Indonesia to promote and to advertise their capabilities. And I will be very glad if more and more Indonesian students will be graduated from Russian university. Russia is not member of BOP. We do not support it. We do not vote in favor of a resolution, UN security resolution that the Americans proposed. But we respect the sovereign right of any sovereign country to participate in BOP activities. We understand what is behind the decision of the Republic of Indonesia to join BOP. So let's see. I believe so. It could be other options to promote peace and stability in Middle East. We are working in other directions, mostly through channels and mechanism around United Nations. So it means through United Nations centered procedures. So let's see who can do more.
All right.
BOP or the UN. Some countries pretend that UN is not effective, but this is because maybe some countries, mostly Western countries, they try to politicize UN activities.
Okay.
If every UN country, member state will work not for their own interests and not so we should work together, not to work against any one of us. So, but only when we will be united and when we join our hands, we can do something, even the peace in the Middle East. So mostly these so-called topics about Russian war machine, about Russian aggression against Ukraine, because people do not understand that we just tried to protect our national interests. And our national interests, it's not any territory, it's not to occupy any country, it's just to live in peace without any NATO bases close to our borders, without any Nazi state close to us. Because now in Ukraine it's really they following Nazi policy, which means that they try to forbidden Russian nationality, Russian language, Russian culture, Russian media, by the way, Russian Orthodox Church. This is should not be done in the modern world, and we still believe that even through UN and through other mechanisms, BRICS, for example, and our bilateral cooperation with our friends, we can ensure peace and stability in the Moldova. Everything.
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 If you have to choose one?
It's you know, so it's not possible. There are no answer like yes or no in this case, because you know, so I believe so. It's you can call it triad: military power, economic power,
Okay.
and maybe it's called power of information.
Okay.
Because in some countries, media is called like force power.
Force power.
It's executive, legal, judicial, and information. So everything is very important. And here also it's same thing. If one country needs something, legal power or executive power, the country cannot survive.
Okay.
And here also it's very important. So I prefer to use all things. This means that you should respond for your activities, and you should be responsible, especially not only for your citizens. This is of course task number one, to ensure that your citizens should live in peace and stability and in economic prosperity, but also to look at the people in other countries. And this is why we try to promote bilateral and multilateral cooperation with many countries. It means that all people in this world desire to live happily and in prosperity.
Okay.
So guys and girls, if you would like to be a diplomat and serve to your country, so please be brave enough. You should understand that you have a lot of things to learn. Foreign policy, foreign languages, maybe even foreign country, foreign culture, but you should do it to be useful for your country. And I hope that maybe even my personal example can serve you.
Jangan sampai
Jangan sampai
bobol bos.
bobol
Bobol
bos.
bos.
Bobol.